Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about DavidSW. DavidSW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at DavidSW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to DavidSW. I would highly recommend DavidSW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to DavidSW. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. Today, guys, I'm doing paid review 22QC21. This here is a paid review, and this here is for Phil. 21QC21. 22QC21, and let's do a wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my Sky Dweller. Hi Archie, I notice a lot of YouTubers in the watch world these days. Still nobody compares to your show, and I find your topics more interesting. I'm a 38-year-old CPA living in the Midwest, in the Midwest US. You reviewed my collection 2 years ago, and I got a couple of pieces since then. Here's a rundown of my collection. I do have the bracelets, but I prefer to wear them on straps for the most part. Okay, let's go through this list. We have a 16030, all original from 1979. That's a steel Datejust. We got a 14270 Swiss-only dial from about 1999. That's a Rolex 36mm Explorer 1. Swiss, they did Swiss only. That was just Swiss, no T or Swiss, it was just Swiss. He's got a 16570 from 2013. That's a Rolex Explorer 2 40mm. He's got a 14060 tritium dial with papers from 1997. That's a no date sub pre-ceramic. And he's got a 16710 from about 2000. That's a Rolex GMT Master 2. Now I'm hoping you can help me select my next two watches, which will be dress watches, one in yellow gold and one in white gold. I'm aiming for a size of 36 to 37 mil. That's my sweet spot for a dress watch. My target price range is about 10 to 17,000 each. These are the pieces I'm considering. Let's have a look. So he's looking at a Vacheron 47200 Power Reserve. This has the JLC movement, and I like the shape of the case. 36mm and not too thin. He's looking at a Breguet Classic 5930. I like the classic look. He's looking at a Breguet Classic 5177 with white enamel dial. 38mm, maybe too big for a classic dress watch, but I love the looks of this watch. He's looking at a Lange Saxonia 37mm with the sub-seconds. I also like the 1815, but they are getting harder to find. He's looking at a Patek 5115. I love the enamel dial. Honestly, this one may be at the top of my list, but it's on the small side. And lastly, a 5117, 5107, 5127. I definitely think one of these would be great. I love the 37mm case. They're a bit pricier, but I think it's worth it. I'd love to get your thoughts on my current collection and also these references for my next piece. Can I go wrong with any of them from the above? I really appreciate your opinion and keep up the good work. Kind regards, Phil. Okay, Phil, thank you so much for seeking advice from your pontiff. So what do I think of his collection? I actually really like it. What I like about his collection is It's the classic, vintage classic sort of collection. See, true vintage, you would say vintage is plastic, plastic Submariners, plastic Explorer, plastic GMT. Classic is pre-ceramic. And then you've got current, modern. Modern is kind of, 2010, 2008, 2000, that there isn't a definitive line in the sand which says these are classic. It's kind of because Rolex doesn't just change them all overnight. They roll them out. So what I like about this collection is we've got a original date just. Okay, so that date just, you want it original. You don't want it fiked around with. You want original. Got original steel date just. We've got an Explorer 1, classic 36 mils, beautiful. We've got an Explorer 2. So these are all similar kind of vintage, 70s to 90s to 2000s. Nice good range, but they're all classic pieces. So we've got date just, Explorer 1, Explorer 2, no date sub, and a GMT. What a beautiful, beautiful 5-piece collection here. I mean, you couldn't really pick that. It's all period correct. It's all beautifully done there. Ranging from 1979 up to 2003. So a nice spread with they all kind of work together. I like it. We've got the date just, which is a steel, unpretentious, smart business casual. We've got the Explorer 1, which is your ultimate sports watch. You've got a Explorer 2 in black dial. That's a GMT. You've got a no date 14060, and then you've got, of course, a GMT. You've got the 16710. What a beautiful. Let me just have a quick look. I've got the photo. When I print these run sheets, of course, they're in black and white, so I don't always see these things. I just want to have a look and see what he's. Oh, here we go. Look at this. This is beautiful. Oh, you've got a Coke. It's a Coke. So we got the date just, of course, is the steel engine turn bezel. We've got the Explorer 1, Explorer 2, no date sub, and we've got a Coke. GMT Master 2. And you've got the bracelets, but you like them on straps. It's fine. Okay, so beautiful little Rolex collection there. All, they all work so beautifully together. So what would I say as far as dress watches go? And I completely get you. In my case, I like to have my Rolexes, and I like to have a certain type of Patek. And the funny thing is, I had bigger Pateks. I had the 5296, 38 mil. I preferred the 37. And I actually, the guy wanted my 5127. I could have easily sold that instead of the 5296. But that watch meant more, had the crown guard. Just a couple of things. You know what I mean? So what would I do? If I were you, let me tell you what I would do. If I were you, I wouldn't be has to be 36 to 37. I'd say, 37 to 40 would be fine. Okay, it doesn't have. What would I go for there? Look, my own opinion is, I don't think you can get better than having a Patek. You gotta have a Patek. Okay, this is a bit of, it's not, we have to get this. You've already got a fine collection of watches. This is really what we're thinking about. If I were you, I personally would get either a 5107, 5127, or a 5196. I reckon they are beautiful. That's what I would do. They're all about the 37 mil size. I'm not a big fan. The 5117, I kind of, I would get 5107, 5127, 5196. And as far as metals go, white or yellow, whatever the good deal is on it. That's what I would say there. You want to get a nice representation of that. Now, as to slot that against another dress watch, there is a 1815 36 mil. I had a friend of mine who had that in platinum. That was actually a bargain, bargain. I would really say Breguet or Lange. I'd probably the Breguets are fantastic second-hand bang per buck. You're not going to beat that. The Breguets on the secondary market, they're incredible bang per buck. Incredible bang per buck. I'd keep my eyes open. The Vacheron, Vacheron tends to be a little bit. I'd probably what's my opinion? What would I do? This is tricky. I'd probably go for Lange. I think Lange and one Lange and one Patek, beautiful. I personally love the 38 mil Lange 1. I think that's probably one of the most beautiful Langes ever produced. But I would keep an eye out and see which one you really do like. The Breguets, look, the traditional Breguets, they're amazing. I look at them and they're beautiful. You could fall in love with them so easily. I don't think it. I would get one Patek, and I'd probably, if it was me, I'm not a big fan of the Saxonia. I'm more of an 1815. I'd get the 1815, but a Breguet Traditional, beautiful. What do I think of the Vacheron? I think Vacheron's a little bit overpriced. I think if I'm spending that money, I think Breguet. I personally, one Patek and something else. I think you've got to just look around for the deal. That's what I'd be doing. I'm not saying anything is wrong with your choice there, but I would definitely be going for, if it was me, I would definitely be going one Patek, one Lange. What an amazing collection. That's what I'd do. One Patek, one Lange, and you've got the beautiful ensemble of Rolex Classic. Yeah, that's what I'd do. One Patek, one Lange, and if instead of getting the Lange you went for a Breguet, that'd be perfectly okay. The other option is you could get two Pateks. Okay, hear me out. So you get yourself a complicated Patek, and you get yourself a three-hand with a date, or just a three-hand. Okay, so what you do is, hear me out. A bargain Patek is the 5035, 37 mil annual calendar. That was the first annual calendar that came out in the world. You can get those. They wear a little bit small, which you want small. I reckon a 5035, that's an annual. I've got one. I love it. I got that for my 40th. 5035, that's your complicated Patek. And match that to a 5127. What a beautiful pair. Complicated Patek and a three-hand date. How could you not love that? Very versatile. And I wouldn't be fussy in saying it's got to be white gold, it's got to be rose gold. You know what? Doesn't matter. Whatever you can scoop up at a good price. That's how I've done things. I've never... And it's funny because I ended up I've got 3 yellow and 1 white, which is, I don't mind. I don't care. I mean, I would have loved a rose in there, but it doesn't, I'm not going to jump over a fence. Just, I like the workings. The color, whether it's white, yellow, or rose, doesn't really matter. That's what I'd do. 2 Pateks. 5035 annual calendar, bargain, bargain, bargain. And a 5127. Same period, fucking gorgeous, and they tie into your Rolex collection. Guys, that's the review. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't forget, guys, I can't survive on Google Ads. These paid reviews keep me going full time. Paid reviews keep me staying on the YouTube. Please help me out. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you in the next one. I'll see you in the next one. Guys, also Patreon. You can sponsor me on Patreon. Allows you to pay $1 a month to keep me producing content because it's hard to survive in this niche. I'm ArchieLuxury, and I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury, and today guys, I want to show you a wonderful Instagram channel. That's right, an Instagram channel who's also a great fan of ArchieLuxury. father.time.luxury.watches. father.time.luxury.watches. This guy here combines photography with beautiful watches. Have a look here. Look at this. Very, very nice display of watches, and just in a great, look at this. His food with watches, his coffee with watches. Just great, great photos, great watches, and a great lifestyle. Look at this beautiful cigar. And you can click on any of these pictures here inside Instagram and see the lifestyle. Look at this. Ah, what a wonderful way to enjoy a cigar. So there you go, guys. Check out father.time.luxury.watches. Father Time Luxury Watches. Check it out, guys. You will love it. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US. Look down in the description. $50 US. I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want, and it keeps me going on YouTube because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon. Look down below, and I will see you in the next one.